What's up, guys? Spin Firearms here, and before I receive my first strike, this is the build I really wanted to talk to you guys about. A lot of people always ask me where I get the slides to make them optic ready. They say, oh, I only have this amount of money. How can I make my firearm optic ready? How can I stick to a budget and still have a legit firearm with an optic and so on? Anyways, this is what I did. This was just a test because I've had one rebuild Glock in the past and it ran flawlessly. This is another rebuild. This is like 400, 500 rounds at this point. Not a single issue except for the Nov X rounds. But the Nov X rounds have had issues out of multiple of my firearms. So I don't think it's a Glock issue. I think that's the round issue, as you've seen in my other videos. I shot out of multiple firearms. They're called Nov X disaster videos. This one will come out soon. They're just too light. They don't allow the firearm to properly cycle, and on top of that, they're steel cased ammo. They're hard on your firearm, hard on your extractor, so it causes issues. And I had every single type of malfunction in 15 rounds. I had stovepipe, failure to extract, double feeds, no locking back on the last shot. I mean, it's ridiculous. It just can't move the slide far enough back for it to lock on the last slide, and that's why it's having all these issues extracting and stovepipes and all that. But every other type of ammo, I even ran some Gold Dots Gen 1 out of this, ran flawlessly. Some Winchester white box hollow points, cheap hollow points, ran flawlessly. I shot some Blazer ammo out of it, some Remington ammo, as well as some Winchester white box ball ammo or training ammo, and it's ran flawlessly. But the main purpose of this video is you can build a Glock for cheap that's reliable and has every feature you want. Capacity with a cheap base plate. It's not the cheapest. It's like $30, $35, but it looks beautiful. It's ergonomic. Gives you 2 or 3 extra rounds. You got to break it in a little bit, but you can get that third round in there over time. Now, let's start with the slide. Or first, let's start with the firearm. I bought it rebuilt. So that means maybe the striker was out of spec. A spring was out of spec. The connector was out of spec. So before it leaves the warehouse, or if someone returns it, this one didn't leave the warehouse. It had issues, but because of that, Glock has to claim that it's a rebuild. $415 for Gen 3 Glock 26. $415 out the door. So I was like, I'm going to try this, But testing our firearms is key. So that's what I've done. This is a reliable carry option right now. So when I got it, I'm like, $415, that's already huge savings, right? So what I did is I listed the OEM Glock 26 slide with the sights on eBay. Right now, it's being bid at $200, and there's a day and a half left. And if you guys know eBay, all the bids come in on the last couple hours. That thing will probably be at $250, $300. So I'm getting $250 to $300 back on that slide, right? So that drops your cost dramatically to about $150, $200. So then you spend $130 on an optic ready slide. This is Rem Sport Gen 3, Gen 4 optic ready slide. It was $130. Add a Mariglow suppressor height sight so you can co-witness. This Sealy optic was sent out to me, but I bought another one. This would cost you about $100, $105. Henning base plate was about $35. And then I did add a ghost connector in there, which is about $15. But anyways, you're getting optic ready, Glock 26, that's OEM parts, with capacity, with a budget red dot, with suppressor height sights, front serrations on your slide, still a reliable Glock for under $600, possibly around $500, depending on what that slide sells for. All you have to do is list that slide with the sights. People will jump on it ASAP. That gives you the money to buy your new slide and your optic. That's huge. Now, I did try throwing handle edge series grips on here, but guys, it was my fault. I messed them up. That's why I only see here and here, so I ordered a new pair. That's on me. Don't ask. I was really upset that day. So I'm like, finally, I completed this build, and then boom, But that's another $20 for the handle edge series grips, but the most worth it thing possible. I love them. But this thing runs, the red dot, it's exactly what I like. Nothing too crazy because I have astigmatism. So with certain red dots and green dots, my eyes don't pick it up. It just looks blurry. This thing looks perfect. Right now, it's not going to look right to you guys because of the camera, but the camera causes astigmatism as well, from my understanding. But yeah, this is that build, and this is how you do it. You can do it with rebuild Glock 19s, or, this is just a way to have a budget-ready firearm, or budget optics-ready firearm with the optic and save some money. Just sell the slide and so on. People jump on it like crazy. Just make sure you don't use it so you can claim it's brand new, because it is. But yeah, I love this thing. This is my go-to carry right now. Like I said, I'm not big into optics, but I'm starting to be. Yes, it's dirty right now. I got to clean it. But this thing is ran, and that's what matters. Love this thing. It's got everything most people want in a package nowadays. Like I said, capacity, optic ready, co-witness, a grip, forward serrations. What more can you ask for? Anyways, that's how you build a Glock that already has an optic on it, forward serrations, suppressor height sights, Henning group base plate for extra capacity. Still a small package, still cheaper than a regular Glock. Thanks for watching.